Before a soldier left for war, he gave his daughter a golden wristwatch, but while he was gone, someone inside his own home quietly planned to make sure she never stayed safe again. Lisa was only 12 years old. That morning didn't feel normal at all. The house was too quiet, like even the walls were listening. Her father stood in front of her in his military uniform. Calm, but his eyes carried something heavy. He knelt down and gently held her hands. Then he brought out a golden wristwatch. Simple. Quiet. Not flashy. But something about it felt different. He slowly placed it on her wrist. Lisa, if anything ever feels wrong, trust your instincts. She looked up. Why are you talking like you won't come back? For a moment, he didn't answer. Then he forced a small smile. I will come back. But his hand stayed on her shoulder a little longer than normal. Then he added softly, this watch only works with one thing, your mother's birthday. Lisa froze. That memory, that pain, it never left her. Her mother was gone. And now it felt like she was being pulled back into that absence again. Her father hugged her tightly. Longer than usual. Then he turned and walked away. The door closed. Silence filled the house. But what Lisa didn't notice was the faint vibration on her wrist. Almost like the watch had just awakened. A few days later, her aunt arrived. At first, everything felt normal. She smiled. She cooked. She helped around the house. She acted caring. Lisa trusted her. But then days turned into a week, and a week into a month. And slowly, things started to change. Her aunt began talking more about Lisa's father. You know your father deserves to be happy again. He shouldn't stay alone forever. There's someone I know who would be perfect for him. Lisa didn't like those conversations. But she stayed quiet. Until one night, she overheard something she was never meant to hear. She couldn't sleep. Something felt off. So she quietly got out of bed for water. As she passed the hallway, she heard her aunt's voice on the phone. Low. Careful. Controlled. I've tried talking to him. It's not working. A pause. He won't agree while she's still around. Lisa froze. Her heart started beating faster. Then the line that stayed with her forever. I'm not saying anything extreme, just something that will make her unavailable for a while. Silence. Then the call ended. Lisa stepped back slowly. Confused. Scared. Unavailable. What did that even mean? The next morning, everything looked completely normal. Breakfast. Smiles. Routine. And that confused her even more. Maybe she misunderstood. Maybe she imagined it. So she said nothing. But from that moment, she started watching her aunt carefully. Days passed again. And her aunt became even more caring. Too caring. Eat more. Rest well. I'm here for you. But now it felt controlled, not comforting. Then one evening, it rained softly. The house was quiet. Lisa sat alone in the living room. Her aunt walked in holding a warm drink. I made something for you, she said gently. Lisa hesitated. But after days of normal behavior, she trusted it. She took it. One sip. Then another. And within minutes, her vision blurred. Her body felt heavy. Auntie, I feel. That was all she could say. Before everything went dark. When Lisa woke up, she wasn't at home anymore. No familiar room. No voices. No safety. Just silence. And fear. But what her aunt didn't know was this. That golden wristwatch wasn't just a gift. It was a military tracking device. It monitored her heartbeat, tracked her location, and recorded everything around her. Miles away, her father's device suddenly blinked. Her daughter's heartbeat was unstable. Her location was moving. Then he heard it. Her aunt's voice. Clear. Cold. Once she's out of the way, he'll have no choice. His expression changed instantly. Because now he knew, this wasn't danger. It was betrayal. Lisa slowly woke up in a dark place. Her hands were shaking. Her breathing uneven. Then a vibration hit her wrist. The watch. But the battery was low. Very low. If she waited too long, it might die. If she acted too early, she might be wrong. Her father's voice echoed in her mind. If anything feels wrong, trust your instincts. She closed her eyes and whispered her mother's birthday. For a moment, nothing happened. Then suddenly, the watch vibrated strongly. A signal was sent. Location locked. At that exact moment, her father moved. Everything happened fast. Doors were forced open. Footsteps filled silence. Then, Lisa. She lifted her head. Dad. He rushed to her, untied her, and held her tightly. I've got you, he said softly. And for the first time, she believed it. Later that night, they returned home. Her aunt was sitting there. Calm. Waiting. But when the door opened and Lisa walked in alive, everything froze. Behind her stood her father. He placed a recording device on the table and pressed play. Her voice filled the room. Just make her unavailable for a while. Silence. Her aunt broke. No, listen, I can explain. But her father said calmly, you don't remove a child to fix a life. That was the end. Later, Lisa sat holding the watch. For the first time, she wasn't scared of it. Because now she understood it wasn't just a device. It was protection. Silent. Constant. Always watching. Her father sat beside her and said softly, I should have told you everything from the start. Lisa shook her head. You told me enough. And in that moment, the silence in the room didn't feel heavy anymore. It felt safe. Because sometimes, protection doesn't shout. It watches quietly, until truth has no place to hide. And that's what saved her. Not every danger looks like danger. Sometimes it smiles. Sometimes it stays close. Sometimes it acts like family. But betrayal is rarely sudden, it grows slowly behind trust until it becomes unavoidable. And real protection is not always visible. Sometimes, it is silent. And sometimes, it saves you without you even knowing. At what moment did you realize the aunt could not be trusted? And do you think Lisa should ever forgive her?